So I love terrible movies, and I also love sci-fi movies, so I thought, why not combine the two and watch terrible sci-fi movies? I feel like sci-fi is a genre that can kind of get away with being it's so bad it's good because they can make things up. There's kind of, you can suspend that disbelief a little bit because it's science fiction. So today I'm watching the 1978 film Starcrash. I don't know anything about it. The title doesn't really give me too many ideas other than it's going to be sci-fi based. Star Wars came out in '77, so I'm going to predict that this will be influenced by Star Wars in some capacity, as most films were at the time and still are. Thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for bad movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you're ever curious about what kind of gear I'm using or what's on the bookshelf, I've included a link below. And if you want to have a say in what movies and TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Okay, it is a Roger Corman film. Yes, okay, excellent. Roger Corman's notorious for making bad movies, so I'm very excited. The stars are red and blue dots? Okay. Galaxy I'm not familiar with. Okay. This looks like a model toy. Yes, excellent. Okay. The thing just rotates through the hallways. It's definitely a very colorful galaxy. This planet is purple of some kind. Red planets. Okay, interesting.
Nothing but ice and snow. A barren desert of whiteness. Scan it with our computer.
Sounds like Canada. What is this? These tiny red orbs are like frying their brains. David Hasselhoff's in this? What? I've only known his name. I've never actually seen him act in a movie. I just know his reputation and his photos, but I've never seen him in a movie. And Christopher Plummer? What? Okay. Hasselhoff, 70s Hasselhoff. Yes, I'm here for that.
Aha, looks like the cops.
He said off camera to no one.
Go for hyperspace!
How many parsecs do we think this ship gets?
Re-enter normal space.
Okay, so this guy's a smuggler on the run from the police. Much like Han Solo. Okay.
We've done it! We've done it!
Not quite. Look, a neutron star.
Ah, not a neutron star.
If it gets a hold on us, it'll crush us.
Ah. It looks like the Pac-Man background where it's like beep, 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 beep. Okay, so they came across this ship randomly in space, so they're going to investigate. Okay. What kind of spacesuit is this? Whoa. That's so weird. I have never seen that.
Looks like he's hurt pretty bad, but he's alive. I'll try to get him back to the ship.
That's so weird.
Bring him aboard.
They have like an oxygen mask outside of the spacesuit.
He's dehydrated, suffering from exhaustion.
But the launch was full of supplies, everything he could have needed.
He's also in shock.
They both have medical degrees, clearly.
Red monsters. He wants us to alert someone, urgently.
How do you know that? In what way is he telling you that?
Prison cell star. Your leak through hyperspace didn't fool us. Your friction trail was easy to follow.
Friction trail, hello.
You are completely surrounded by fighter ships.
Well, that's inconvenient. I'm curious to know about this friction trail.
This time you've won. We surrender.
There won't be a
They really put up a fight.
star.
Okay, so they found that guy wounded on the ship, and now the police have caught up with them. Okay. I don't really know where this is gonna go. I don't know that they know either, but it's definitely silly.
Yes?
Who is this?
His brain seems to be thoroughly damaged. He will be of no help to them to find the ship.
That guy has an arrow on his helmet just pointing down to help label where his face should go when he puts his helmet on. And this guy looks like Count Dracula got stuck in a time machine and ended up in the future. Oh yes, this is horrible. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Why do they look like birds?
I have a simple task for you.
Is it to sync the audio? This would be like the sound of like gears moving, their language.
Studied all the videotapes, the accusations. We condemn you to forced labor for life in the penal colony.
Uh-oh.
Nocturne the second. This session is hereby adjourned.
Okay, their justice system is determined by a giant head and a floating head in a glass. Hundreds of years on a penal colony. Well, that does not sound like a good time.
Throw it in the furnace!
Adding balls of radium into this furnace? What?
I've been at this for 12 straight hours.
In that outfit?
Radiation will burn my skin off.
Yeah, well, you're not really wearing... Yes.
You'd better work, if you don't want to taste the burning of their energy whips too.
Hello.
Then a gun ray could be enough.
Planning an escape? This is what you're gonna get, lady.
They were plotting their escape in front of the guards, like 2 feet away. Obviously, they heard you. Oh, yeah, she's giving them the chops. Oh, my. Whoa, lasered. She's like, now I can make my escape. Whoa. Okay, so she serves 1 day of hard labor. And then she's like, you know what, actually this isn't for me, I'm getting out of here.
I only have logic and emotion circuits, no room for craziness. We all have been assigned to a top secret Imperial mission. We must now leave and set Akton free.
Okay, so they're like, just kidding, your sentence was actually cancelled.
Look, it is the Imperial flagship.
Like they painted that guy's face green but didn't bother with his neck or anything else. That space suit looks like a scuba suit. It looks like he's gonna go underwater deep diving later.
Emperor of the first circle of the universe.
I come to you because my faithful robot, Elle, has told me that you are the only one who can save us.
You're our only hope, Starcrash.
Best find the Count's secret planet and destroy it.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Search for the commander of that missing ship. He was my only son.
Oh, right in the heart. Oh, just a papa looking for his son. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so yeah, definitely Star Wars influence with the holograph showing up asking for help. That happens to be royalty, just like Princess Leia saying, "You're my only hope." Yeah, okay. It's super cheesy and I'm into it and I'm curious to see where it's gonna go, but definitely Star Wars influenced.
We should do in 2 hours. Everything ready?
Ready?
Right.
Whoa! Is that robot supposed to be like a C-3PO?
Entry to normal space.
He looks like Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. No emotion and green face. Also the first time I think I've seen a space pod that's made entirely out of glass windows.
Oh, Elle, come on.
Seems like it'd be perfect for just a meteor to smash into it.
Amazons on horseback. Oh, they're friendly.
Why does he have like a southern accent?
We'll soon find out.
Uh-oh, some Amazons? Okay. Is this Wonder Woman's home planet? Their horse is painted red? Oh, I'm concerned. As it was 1978.
Revenge. Kill him.
Oh my.
Die, robot!
Ah, no!
You'll pay for this, all of you!
They killed the robot already? What? Oh my, whoa. Chop, chops, apacha. She's literally chopping them.
But nothing is going to stop the Count anymore.
Oh, okay, so she's working with the evil Count.
Come on now. Don't you people move or you're dead.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna clean out your sinuses real good, lady. Now you stand there.
Clean out your sinuses, that's one way to put it. Okay, so the robot's back to life. Ah! Whoa, they disappeared with the lasers!
Here goes the last shot. Full power.
The last shot? His gun ran out of lasers?
Take my revenge. Kill them.
Whoa, what is this? Oh my goodness, yes. What is this thing? It's so awkward. Does it have laser boobs? That's what it looks like. And a giant sword.
There, that narrow pass is in the rocks.
There, let's go get him. Oh my gosh, yes, this is so bad. It's so fake. Whoa. Okay, so the Amazon goddess is mind controlling this robot, giant robot that's chasing after them. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that's just tinfoil. That's just melted tinfoil. Yes. This is amazing.
Hurry!
Whoa, she's sword. This chick needs to start doing some yoga. She's having some trouble with her movements. Oh, I tripped over nothing. Oh. Wow, they lasered her.
We better move. The Amazon airfighters will be here soon.
She didn't even get to use her laser boobs. That's disappointing. What's the point of having them if you're not going to use them?
Quick, to the ship.
Bye. She's like, I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to take a nap right here. If you haven't seen that Vine, I would check it out. It's pretty funny.
Oh man, the laser cannon.
So far, the most exciting character in this movie is that Southern robot C-3PO ripoff.
Then fire 5. Then 6.
Fire the laser cannon, robot! Fire!
Fire, fire, fire! This guy seems like he should have been, like, he would have been playing Call of Duty in his free time. Fire, fire, fire!
On the right, fire!
Pew, 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 pew.
All right, we've won. We did it.
He says with great emotion and great feelings. Clearly he's very happy about this win. Are they going to give her appropriate clothing for this planet, or is it just going to be her bikini and some high boots?
I'm just waiting.
Your waiting's over.
What? This guy just bonked him. What's going on?
At last, Thor, you have some good news for me?
Yes, Excellency. I've killed the alien Pathfinder and taken over the ship.
Whoa.
Arrival.
Oh man, okay, so he was a spy for the Count and then he killed the other guy? Oh dear. And this guy's just gonna leave them on the planet, I'm guessing?
Your temperature.
Is he solar powered? What is he trying to do? So they're gonna lay in the snow for how long? And he's gonna use his robot powers to keep her heart beating while she's in like a coma?
This time I'll make sure you're dead.
Oh, bonked him. And just like that, he's back to life. Whoa, chops, so many chops. Dramatic, whoa, laser eyes, what was that?
Stop.
Put down the gun.
Lasers don't affect him now? What?
You never told me. Think of all the trouble I might have avoided.
You would have tried to change the future, which is against the law.
What?
Therefore, I can tell you nothing.
So he can also see into the future? Oh, of course, why not? Why wouldn't he have that skill? Somebody still allowed himself to get bonked on the head several times. Oh, robot down. The energy beams messed with his circuits.
The attack's over. You'll be all right.
And just like that, problem solved. Don't you worry.
Just survived an attack of the most powerful weapon in the entire galaxy.
Why is he excited about this?
I'd better go down.
No, I insist. Time for a little robot chauvinism. You stay here.
Oh my, ever the gentleman, this robot. So they're hoping that Emperor's son will be in this one, like that third escape pod we saw in the beginning. Okay. Whoa, where did he come from? What? What are these, like the hill people? What?
Release her!
Oh my gosh. Whoa, he's gonna get, whoa, lasered. These like cavemen? Like what are these? Bye. Whoa, whoa, bonked him. That was a mean bonk. Whoa. That's so fake. He's got 2 different skin tones, but they killed this robot. These hill people just chop the robot to literal bits. I don't think there's going to be any repairing this guy. Nope. There won't be a dramatic hand twitch for this one. Yeah, he's literally in pieces. Oh my gosh. Is that a bone? Are they using bones as weapons? They've tied her to this thing like a pig on a spit? Oh my gosh. They've given them like the extended brow. Oh, okay. I'm gonna make the assumption that these are not the most civilized of people. The Hills Have Eyes meets sci-fi. Okay, okay. Wow. Is he king of the hill people?
Don't.
That usually works. Whoa, lasered.
I'm the only survivor from the wreck of an Imperial mission.
Are you really? We've been searching for you all through these damn
And
months.
just like that, they find him. Bonked him. Bonked him, bonked him, bonked him. The planet of many bonks. And they just sound so hollow. Like these weapons are made out of paper. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Oh shoot, they got him. Whoa, is that a lightsaber? Yeah, looks like it. Oh, of course. Pew pews. The Force is strong with this one.
I'm crazy. That's our primary mission, to find the planet and destroy it.
I know, but we've already found it. Think about it.
Just like that.
You'll understand. This is the planet.
This. That's incredible.
Of course, we've been here this whole time.
Right.
Actually, you know what? We don't feel like writing a whole nother sideline where you continue to look for planets, so this is the planet and that mystery is solved, so congratulations. Yes, lazy writing at its finest. Oh my.
This is the Count's secret domain. The very heart of the Phantom Planet.
That he keeps unguarded and unprotected.
Then this is the way they produced real monsters?
No, not real. The monsters never existed. These machines discharge mental projections of monsters in our brains.
Oh, interesting. Good thing he's here to explain to the audience everything that's going on.
Can't allow this to happen.
We must destroy it at once.
Oh no! These very realistic robots are here. Oh, hello, Count. Now it makes sense why he looks like Count Dracula. I can't get over their arrow helmets. It's so funny. Place helmet this way. Follow arrow direction. Oh, shoot.
You've been very lucky.
Highness.
Forgive me, Stella. But in the beginning, I didn't know whose side you were on. And afterwards, I didn't know how to tell you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, he is Simon, son of the Emperor and heir to the throne.
Of course he is, yeah. Mystery solved. Ugh. Okay, so they're gonna blow up the planet. Even though I thought that's what they wanted, but obviously not with them on it still.
Ought to prevent them from leaving this room at all cost.
Okay, that's his muscle. He's leaving 2 robot guards to protect them, or to prevent them from leaving. Okay.
Now it will be just a matter of waiting. An hour goes by quickly.
Dun, dun, dun. Establishing timeline. Okay, so they've got an hour. Oh my gosh, these 2 are the least, like, they look like alligators. He has a lightsaber, and all he has to do is defeat 2 robots, and then he can get out of there. I think he's gonna be okay. Wow, and of course they move in sync. Whoa, got him. Take that. Oh, what? He's disappearing? What? Okay. Oh, right in the arm. Ah. Now the other 2 are like, maybe we should help him. You know, I mean, as much fun as it is to watch him get his butt kicked.
I'm no longer useful at this time.
What? Because you got hit in the arm?
Go. It's your duty. You must live.
Okay, so they defeated the two very intense robots.
I'll live forever. Now go. Go.
Okay. I also like how her spacesuit's basically just like saran wrap. Oh my goodness. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna laser myself out of here because I don't want to be here, so bye. Papa? Papa, is that you?
Father.
Some real emotion coming from this one, yeah. He's like, oh, thank God my only son's alive.
We must leave at once.
48 seconds left till the explosion. We've got to get out of here.
It's true, Father. The Count has mined the planet with nuclear charges. We're all about to die.
You know something, my boy?
Now is not the time for a conversation if you have 48 seconds to leave the planet.
Imperial battleship! Halt! The flow of time!
What? Oh my goodness. His ship can halt time, but his ship couldn't go back in time.
Every molecule on this planet will be immobilized. But after the 3rd minute, the green ray loses its power. Time will flow once again. And everything will explode.
3 minutes are enough, Father.
Oh my gosh, this movie is crazy. We can freeze time, but only for 3 minutes. And after 3 minutes, that's all you get. So make them count. And why 3 minutes? This is insane. This is so bizarre. Oh my gosh. Not 2, not 5, not 10, 3. Exactly 3 minutes. Just enough time for them to get off the planet and get off to safety. Yikes. Oh, well, what a surprise. They made it out of that problem.
And order the attack.
Okay, so the Count thinks that they're dead because they were supposed to die on that planet when the planet exploded. So now they're going to attack the Count while he's least suspecting it. I feel like the movie could have ended when, you know, they blew up the planet, but sure, we'll keep going. Okay. Why does it look like a hand?
And I will be the master of the whole universe!
Oh my, is it a hand? I like how we use this cape as a prop to emphasize his points. Oh, lasers!
Watch out!
Definitely just reusing the same shots over and over. Oh no! What? There's people in it? Instead of putting a weapon inside, they just launched people? Okay. That seems unnecessary, but sure. They look like bat ray guns, which is pretty cool. Such a graceful death. It's always good to have an articulate leader, you know, somebody who can really rally the troops. The pews are off the charts in this one. He seems really affected by the loss of his, you know, army.
The Emperor's Imperial planet!
Oh my. Oh, that doesn't sound good at all.
I'm afraid we're forced to use it.
What?
Starcrash.
Oh, hey, that's the name of the movie.
Although we destroy its hope, its future, I'm afraid we must sacrifice it by setting it towards the Count's fortress.
They're gonna sacrifice a whole city?
It's our only way.
Good. Has Christopher Plummer always had gray hair? I wonder how old he was in this movie.
Then set it in motion. I want to wipe out the Emperor from the whole of the universe.
Yes, my lord.
Okay, so we've got a Doom machine versus the floating city. And doesn't the Emperor have the ability to freeze time for 3 minutes? Couldn't he have just frozen time for 3 minutes, attacked the heck out of the Count for those 3 minutes, and won this battle instead of sacrificing his whole army? I feel like he's not using that weapon to the best of his ability. You know? You can freeze time! It looks like they just made it out of like spare parts and spray painted random objects silver. Like it looks like when you have like a model train and you get the trays with all the pieces to put it together. Looks like they just stuck those onto something and then yeah, spray painted it silver.
Let's get out of here or there won't be enough left of me to put back together.
You can bet on that.
Whoa! Oh my gosh.
Don't fail me now.
That was amazing. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh, this like cowboy robot. They literally just leaped out of a hole in the side of the ship and just like whoop into space. That's amazing. I've never seen anybody dive into outer space before. Yeah. And they destroy the bad guy, of course. And Christopher Plummer, this is the emotional range of a coat hanger. He was just like, oh wait, we won? I will blink once for satisfaction. And this is a different spacesuit she's in this time.
Stella. Hmm?
Simon.
Hmm? Ah, Stella. Hmm?
Simon.
Keep saying each other's names. Yeah, you know, just to make sure.
It's happened. The stars are clear. The planets shine. We've won.
Oh, is that a smile?
Oh, some dark force, no doubt, will show its face once more. The wheel will always turn. But for now, it's calm.
Like sand through the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. Oh my goodness. So that was my first time watching the 1978 film Starcrash, and I really enjoyed it. It was super cheesy, super terrible. Definitely felt like it had a Star Wars influence, especially considering this came out a year after Star Wars. I feel like that played into this a lot. There was like a knockoff version of a lightsaber in some scenes. There was a holograph message saying basically, you're our only hope, you need to save us. I was excited to find out this was a Roger Corman movie, as he's known for making really terrible movies. I wasn't expecting to recognize some of the cast members, like Christopher Plummer was in this, and David Hasselhoff, who I've only known his name. I've never actually seen him in a movie before, so it was interesting to see his actual on-screen skills. He wasn't in much of the movie, same with Christopher Plummer. I think maybe they were maybe in like half an hour, 20 minutes of it, and the main two leads, or the main three leads, I guess that one robot who we never actually saw his face, were in the majority of the film. It definitely felt like any problem that arose during this film they were able to solve immediately, which I feel like is just lazy writing and just not having the characters actually have to struggle and find a way to solve their own problems. They were under attack and then there's like, oh, you have 48 seconds to leave the planet. Well, just kidding, I can actually freeze time and now we have 3 minutes to leave the planet. And this trusty robot who seemed like a C-3PO ripoff, who's destroyed by these like hill people on this planet, is suddenly brought back to life just in the nick of time and is able to help. The storyline was basically this: Emperor is trying to find his son. He thinks he's crashed on this one planet and he also wants to destroy the Count's planet. I wasn't expecting the evil villain to be called the Count. He definitely felt like a vampire, like he looked like Count Dracula a little bit with his cape and, you know, the black and red colors. I definitely got like a vampire vibe from him, and I'm not sure if that was intentional. In the beginning, when our two characters are taken to jail, they're instantly released because the Emperor decides, oh, you know what, just kidding. That sentence I sent you to for 100 and some years, don't worry about that. I actually need you to go on this mission for me. The acting was pretty bad throughout the entire movie. Nobody had any real feelings or emotions. It was either like deadpan, no expression, or frantic frantic yelling, and that was it. There was no middle ground, no in between. They're trying to find this phantom planet that nobody can find and that everybody's been searching for, and then suddenly they're like, oh, actually you're already on that planet, you know, don't worry about it. It just seemed so convenient. Every time there was something that came up, it was instantly solved. The one character who had the ability to see into the future, and again they said he was dead, and then he's suddenly, oh, just kidding, he's brought back to life again. And then of course with the predictable ending of Stella being able to destroy the planet, and they come back and she's reunited with the prince, and they will probably have some sort of romantic endeavor from here on. I don't know if there's sequels. Comment below and let me know. It was an interesting galaxy, as in like there was different colors and the planets had different colors, which I don't know that I've seen before. Like the stars had different colors and everything, and then anytime we saw a ship floating through space, it was very like static, and it just went one direction and then the other direction. Like it was just seemed like they just copied the same shot and then flipped it basically, which I think is pretty common in lower budget sci-fi movies. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was super goofy, just a very cheesy 70s sci-fi movie with lots of lasers and not a lot of logic. But if you like that kind of movie, I would definitely suggest checking it out. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for bad sci-fi movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Friction trail, hello. She's literally chopping them. It looks like the Pac-Man background where it's like beep, 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 beep. Southern robot C-3PO ripoff. The planet of many bonks.
Time will flow once again, and everything will explode.
The pews are off the charts in this one.